extremely wealthy now. I'm extremely wealthy now, and so successful, and so successful. Enjoying endless bliss now, enjoying endless bliss now, now and always, now and always.
I'm extremely wealthy now, I'm extremely wealthy now, and so successful, and so successful. Enjoying endless bliss now, enjoying endless bliss now, now and always, now and always. We extremely wealthy now, we extremely wealthy now, and so successful, and so successful. Enjoying endless bliss now, enjoying endless bliss now, now and always, now and always. Welcome to the Law of Assumption workshop. We're so happy to have you guys here. We're very excited. And our intention is for you to gain as much clarity as possible and a breakthrough as well. And I invite you to get a paper or a notepad and your pen as well, because I want you guys to really remember this is an interactive, workshop. It's just not just me talking. So I want you guys to interact with me as well, and just to be open and honest with yourself, right? Okay, awesome. Let's do this. So if you are confused and you're overwhelmed with all this information that's on there, online, and you're just like, man, I don't know where to start or where to begin. And if you're looking to gain clarity and direction, then this is for you. And if you're looking to become super focused and motivated and you're tired of just this procrastinating and being lazy, then this is for you. And if you're looking to apply the law of assumption with success and you're sick and tired of failure, then this is for you. And this is my favorite. If you're looking to understand the science behind manifestation, not just the woo stuff, but the science, how it actually works, then this is for you. And if you're looking to transform your life or your business radically, then this is for you. And if you're looking to manifest your dream goals and desires, the big goals, huge goals, not just the rainbows and the unexpected income, no, the big goals, the dream goals, then this is for you. Now, you can learn it. It's a skill that you can learn. You can also master it. But in order for you to really master it, you have to live it. You have to experience it. You cannot just, use it as a one in a while time solution to solve a problem. No, you have to make it a lifestyle. You have to make it a lifestyle. So who are we? We are Gabriel and Kylie Kutsia. We're blissfully married. We're blissful parents. We're blissful business partners. We're best friends, and we also law of assumption coaches as well. Yep, you heard it right. We're also blissful parents. So this is our bundle of blissy Om, our baby boy. And oh, wow, man, such a blessing, such a blissful, blessing. And how the name Om came about. So when Kylie was 8 months pregnant, we went for a lovely walk in nature and we were just discussing names. And then because I always used to have, conversations with, Om, and while he was in the belly, while he was in Kylie's, tummy. And so I asked him, I said, hey, what would you like us to call you? What would you like us to name you? And the first name that popped in my head was Om. And I shared it with Kylie and we're like, okay. And so it is, it's Om. Now, the thing is, whenever I look into his eyes, I see God, I melt. I'm like, whoa, it's just so freaking amazing to grow with him, to experience him, and to learn from him as well. Wow. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. We're so grateful. And my journey started when I was in London, 2007, 2008. I got introduced to the book, The Secret, and the movie as well. And I remember reading the stuff in The Secret, and they said that, hey, you can have anything you want. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So you have to understand, I grew up poor, and now someone is telling me that I can have anything I want. That was literally mind-boggling for me. And I remember, because I worked at a sales firm in London, and I told myself, I'm going to keep this to myself. I'm not going to share this with anyone. And obviously I became the top sales executive, and then they promoted me to team leader. And
eventually I actually started sharing it with my team members as well. And I said, hey, guys, it's a mind game. When you change what's up here, you're going to change what's in front of you. And they also then became successful as well. So the law of attraction did, work for me. And my next milestone was, I remember watching The Secret, and the one person that stood out for me in The Secret was Bob Proctor. And I was like, it would be nice to actually meet Bob Proctor someday. So I then came back to South Africa, started a telecoms business. The business grew very rapidly, but then I ended up hitting a brick wall. I ended up just staying at $300,000 per year. I could not surpass $300,000. So I then sought out help. And I remembered Google business coach, and then Bob Proctor and his team came up, got in touch. We worked together. Bob Proctor coached me, mentored me. And you know what Bob told me? Gabriel, you need to stop thinking like a $300,000 business owner. And I was like, what? He's like, yes, you have to stop thinking like a $300,000 business owner. You have to start thinking like $1 million business owner. And that's when it clicked for me. You have to start thinking like $1 million business owner. So I had to shift from the 300K business owner to the $1 million business owner. And with Bob's help and mentoring, within 9 months, we hit our first million in our telecoms business. So I'm forever grateful to Bob for his teachings, for his wisdom, and may he rest in peace. And wow, man, it was such an awesome journey. And then my next milestone was when Bob introduced me to Neville Goddard. So Bob actually advised to read the book, The Power of Awareness. And when I read the book, The Power of Awareness, that's when everything clicked. Everything made so much sense, because with the law of attraction, it was still a little bit loads of questions that I had. But when I got introduced to Neville Goddard, it became so clear, so simple. So for those that are not aware who Neville Goddard is, Neville Goddard was an awesome, amazing, powerful teacher, author, mystic, and he gained popularity in the mid-20th century. So his core teachings were imagination creates reality. Imagination creates reality. And he coined the term, the law of assumption as well. So he basically thought that you can use your mind to manifest any desire. And how you do that is by tapping into the power of your imagination, by visualizing that you are already the person who has your desire. And how you do that is, for example, if you want to manifest $100,000, you just basically close your eyes and visualize that you already have the $100,000 in your bank account balance. And then you ask yourself, now that I have $100,000 in my bank account, how does it make me feel? And when you get that feeling, you then just remain faithful to that feeling, and then it hardens into fact. So Neville Goddard's teachings were very, very, very simple. So you're probably wondering, okay, so what is the law of assumption, right? So the law of assumption states that whatever you assume to be true in your imagination, in your mind, will manifest in your reality. So now what are the differences between the law of assumption and the law of attraction, right? So as I said, that the law of attraction worked for me as well, but there was loads of questions that I had, and some people could not, answer it. But when I got introduced to the law of assumption, all of a sudden everything clicked. So what is the law of attraction? The law of attraction states that our desires are outside of us. And in order for them to manifest, we must align our thoughts and feelings with the desire, and the universe will bring it into our reality. So with the law of attraction, how I felt was that I felt powerless, because I felt that I always had to depend on the universe. And if I was a naughty boy, then the universe would not give my desires, because sometimes the universe would give my desires and sometimes it would not. So for me, it felt very, very powerless, because I felt like I always had to depend on someone else. And however, like I said, it did work for me, as well. But now I prefer the law of assumption. I've tried both. I prefer the law of assumption. Now, the reason why I prefer the law of assumption, because the law of assumption states that all your desires is already within you. So you already have all your desires right now. All you need to do is just to accept that it is a done deal. You just have to choose what you want and to accept that you are the person who has your desire now. And then when you remain faithful to that new acceptance, that new story, it then manifests in your reality. So can you see how empowering that is? Absolutely. So let me know, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer the law of assumption or the law of attraction? And let me know what has worked for you, the law of assumption or law of attraction. Let me know. So now the law of assumption is truly, truly, truly life-changing. When I say life-changing, I mean life-changing. So to manifest your dream goals, all that is required from you is just to accept that you are the person who has your desire right now. Yeah. So what do I mean by that? Say, for example, if your desire is to manifest a relationship or marriage, all that is required from you is just to accept that you are now a loving partner, or you have to accept that you're a loving, blissful wife, or a loving, blissful husband. So you have to shift your mindset from being single to already being in a relationship or marriage as well. And if your desire is to manifest your dream car, you have to accept that you are already a dream car owner. Even though you drive like an old crap car or you don't have a car, no, you have to shift from old crap car to the person who now has a dream car owner. You see what I mean? And if your desire is to own your dream house, like, beautiful house with ocean views, mountain views, you have to accept that you are already a dream owner right now. So you have to say, okay, now that I have my dream car, my dream house, my dream relationship, how does it make me feel? How am I thinking? How am I acting? Right? So you have to become that person. So now, how do you do that? I want to share one of my favorite quotes by Neville Goddard. Neville shares here, he says that change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. Listen to that. Neville says that when you change your conception of yourself, you will automatically change the world in which you live. So what is your conception of yourself? It's your self-concept. Now, what is your self-concept? Your self-concept is what you believe to be true about yourself and what you feel to be true about yourself. So my question to you is, what do you believe to be true about yourself? Do you believe that you are the person who has your desire now? Or do you believe that you do not have your desire? You still have to do this. You still have to do that. So what do you believe to be true about yourself? And now notice the second sentence here in this quote. It says, do not try to change people. They are only messengers telling you who you are. So now everybody in your reality, your family, your colleagues, your friends, they are only reflecting you. They are mirrors showing you what you believe about yourself. So if you believe that you're a loving person and that you're worthy of love, everyone is going to treat you with love. But if you believe that you're not worthy of love, people are not going to treat you with love. And the last sentence says here, revalue yourself and they will confirm the change. So now check this out. All you have to do is, if you are seeing that people are treating you without love and people are treating you, rude, and people are not treating you fairly, all you need to do is just revalue yourself to say that, no, I am a loving person. I am perfect, whole, and complete. I am amazing. And if you accept that new identity, people will now start to treat you that way. Isn't it freaking wonderful? Absolutely. Now, I want us to do a quick exercise. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath in and just slowly breathe out. Just take another deep breath in and just slowly breathe out. And now I just want you to bring your dream home in your mind I just want you to imagine what your dream home will be like. And now I want you to imagine yourself in your dream home, enjoying your favorite meal and your favorite drink. And notice how it tastes. Notice the views of your dream home. I just want you to be in that moment. You are now a dream home owner. How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel? And now I want you to imagine your dream car. Notice the make, model, color. Just bring your dream car in your mind. Now I want you to imagine that you're driving your dream car and you're listening to your favorite song. Now, this is your all-time favorite song. This is the song when it comes on the radio, when someone plays it, you just like, oh man, that's my jam. I just want you to imagine driving your dream car, listening to your favorite song. How does that make you feel? How does it make you feel? And now I want you to imagine having your dream relationship or your dream marriage with your dream partner. And I just want you to imagine how they look like. And now I want you to imagine that you're sitting next to them on the sofa, on the couch, and you guys watching your favorite program, whether it's comedy or whatever you're watching. And I just want you to notice how happy and fulfilled you are and how loved, you feel. Just notice how you guys looking into each other's eyes. You're having belly laughs. You're hugging each other, you're kissing each other, you're having such a freaking amazing time. It's like, wow, this is everything you ever wished and hoped for in a partner and in a relationship. How does that make you feel? How does it make you feel? Okay, now I just want you to smile, keep a smile in your face, open your eyes. Let me know, how does it make you feel? Let me know, how does it make you feel? Now, I want to let you know, I want to share something with you. What you've experienced is real. I know that we were told that, oh no, it's just for children. Your imagination is just, child's play. No, don't, no. Your imagination is God. And you are your imagination. Your imagination is the only true reality. So what that means is if you accept that you have your desire right now in your imagination, it's a done deal. It is done. So now you probably are wondering, okay, so how do I apply the law of assumption in my life with success? How do I do that? So I want to actually show you guys how I've applied the law of assumption in my life with success. So I'm originally from South Africa, Johannesburg. And when I went to Cape Town for the first time, I was dead broke. Dead broke. And I remember my friend took me on a ride on the peninsula and I saw the beautiful oceans and I looked at all these apartments and I told myself, I want to live in one of those apartments. But I knew I had to accept that I was already the person that lived in those, apartments. And that's what I did. And within 3-4 months, boom, things just started to happening. And I just found myself moving into that, apartment because I shifted from the broke person to the wealthy person that now lives in an ocean view apartment. And I also want to share with you how I manifested my dream car. Now, before I manifested my dream car, which is a Range Rover Sport, I first had a VW. Now, I also manifested a VW as well. So for me, it was like, okay, if I can manifest a VW, surely I can manifest another car that's a bigger car. And that's when I said, okay, let us do my dream car. And I had to shift from the VW owner to the Range Rover owner. Before I even had the Range Rover, I had to shift from the VW owner to the Range Rover owner. So I had to accept that I was already a VW owner, a Range Rover owner. And within 3 months, boom, I manifested my dream car, which is a Range Rover Sport, man. Absolutely wonderful. And now I love this one as well, because when I was single, I told myself that, hey, you know what? I think it's time now. I actually want to get married, but I don't just want to have any marriage. I want to have a blissful marriage. I was very clear, blissful marriage. And then I had to shift from single Gabriel to blissfully married Gabriel. And within 3.5 months, boom, my wife showed up and now we're blissfully married. Absolutely amazing. Blissfully married, blissful husband. And it's so awesome. And this one is very close to my heart as well. So basically, my mom was told that she contracted cancer, and I just happened to speak to the doctor over the phone. So the doctor told me, yeah, this, that, and the other. And then afterwards, when the doctor hung up, she's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then I used Neville Goddard's revision technique. Now, revision is basically a tool that you can use to change the past. So basically, I continuously had a conversation with the doctor in my imagination. In my imagination, I had a conversation with the doctor, and I heard the doctor say, your mom is perfectly healthy. Your mom is perfectly healthy. Your mom is perfectly healthy. And I repeated the doctor's voice over and over in my imagination until it felt real, And my mom had to go for a checkup the following month. And the doctor told her that, yes, you guessed, you are perfectly healthy. So this one is freaking very special to my heart. And I'm grateful that my mom is perfectly healthy and she's now thriving. And so how can you also apply the law of assumption with success as well? How can you do it? Because of course, if it can happen to me, surely it can, happen to you as well. But we first have to actually address, why do most people fail? Why do most people fail? So I want to share with you guys why I failed with applying the law in my life first. So number one, I did not believe and accept that my imagination was the only true reality. I didn't believe that. I read in Neville's books, Neville said that your imagination is the only true reality and your imagination is God, it creates. I didn't believe that. I read all the success stories and all that stuff. I was like, nah, I can't be, man, because I wasn't brought up to believe that my imagination was God. But when I tested it, so I said, okay, I'm going to test to see if my imagination is God. So what I did for a month, I imagined that I manifested a few things, but I wrote it down and I called it the manifestation list. So for example, I would say that, oh, I just saw a rainbow, but I did it in my imagination. I wrote down, I saw a rainbow. I received a compliment. I received a free cup of coffee. An old friend, called me, blah, blah. And I just documented everything, right? I even wrote a book called Become a Master at Manifesting. So you can even buy the book as well, and you can see my journey right in there. So basically, I documented this through a manifestation list. And within the first week, I started ticking stuff off. And I saw rainbows. I got a free cup of coffee. I received compliments, everything that I wrote down. And I was like, oh my word, this cannot be coincidence, because I said that I saw it in my imagination and then it reflected in my 3D. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? That gave me confidence that, oh, my imagination is the only true reality. So I was like, okay, I can actually take this to the bank now, right? But check this out. I tested it for a whole month and I was just starting to think of it. Every day I received success stories, every single day, according to my manifestation list. So now I can look you into the eyes and say, hey, your imagination is God, and it is the only true reality. So what does it mean? This means is if you accept that you have your desire in your imagination right now, it's a done deal. There's nothing else for you to do. It is done. So if I say that I have $10,000 in my bank account now, it's done. I have it. I don't have to do anything else because my imagination is the only true reality. The 3D is only reflecting what I say in my imagination. You see how this works? Let me know if this resonates. Now check this out. I also did not feel worthy. I didn't feel worthy, of my goal, because I was like, if I felt worthy, surely I would have it. Because I literally had to ask myself and be honest with myself, do you actually feel worthy of your goals? And when I was really honest with myself, no, that's why I didn't freaking have my goals, because I didn't feel worthy. Because think about this, right? If you feel worthy of your goals, of course you'll have it. Like you feel worthy of the oxygen that you're breathing, right? You feel worthy of your cell phone. Now I just want to do a quick exercise with you. Now I want you to become aware of the oxygen that you're breathing, right? Now you know that you're worthy, right? Now I want you to pretend that your desire, your goal is the oxygen that you're breathing and that you have it now. Notice how light that makes you feel. Notice how expansive it feels. You see how powerful that is? Okay, let us continue. I was a hearer and not a doer. So I would actually read, I would work with all these coaches, I would buy all the courses, buy all the books, but I would not apply. I would jump from one technique to another, from one coach to another, from one course to another. And I would do this for years. It's only when I actually started applying it, then I started seeing results. And I was unaware of my limiting beliefs and my attachments. So previously, I was like, no, I'm God. I don't have limiting beliefs. I don't have attachments because I'm God. And I was like, playing all this and it's so freaking, it puzzles me so much because I really believe this, that, oh no, I'm God. I don't have limiting beliefs. Yes, I am God having a human experience. Yes, I am God, but I'm having a human experience. And part of my human experience is I have a brain. And within my brain, I have programs. Now, those programs have been installed since I was a baby. And some of those programs are limiting, unfortunately. So I had to be honest with myself and say, hey, surely if I did not have limiting beliefs, I would have had my desire now. So the reason why I don't have my desire and my goal is because there's something that's limiting me. Clearly, there's something that's limiting me. That's why I don't have my freaking goals. So when I became honest with myself and I really said, okay, what beliefs actually limiting me from receiving money and manifesting money? What beliefs? And when I ask myself that, oh man, a lot just popped up. Yeah, no, because this, because that, because I was honest with myself. So now I want to ask you, do you believe that your imagination is the only true reality? Do you actually feel worthy of your goals right now? Do you feel worthy? Not believe. Do you feel worthy? Are you a doer or are you just a hearer? And do you perhaps have beliefs that are limiting you and attachments as well? What are attachments? If you want your desires, that is an attachment because wanting equals lack. You cannot want something that you already have. So if you want your desires, you are telling yourself you do not have it. You have to release those attachments and you have to release those limiting beliefs. You with me? So now I want to share this quote by Neville Goddard. And he says that when man finally identifies himself with his imagination rather than his senses, he has at long last discovered the core of reality. Check this out, man. Neville says when you finally identify yourself with your imagination rather than your senses, you at long last has discovered the core of reality. So that's what I really had to test it for myself. But now I know that any desire that I accept in my imagination is already a done deal. I don't have to seek validation from anyone outside of myself. The only person I need validation from is my imagination. So if I see it in my imagination, and if I can feel it in my imagination, and if I can touch, hear, and feel and experience it in my imagination, it's a done deal. It is a done deal. So now I invite you to really say that, hey, I'm going to accept my imagination as the only true reality, and I'm no longer going to play games. So how do you apply the law of assumption with success? How do you do it? As Neville says, that when you change your conception of yourself, you will automatically change the world in which you live. I want you to become aware of your life. I want you to become aware of your results, your happiness, your health, and your wealth, and your bank account. Now, what are you actually seeing right now is just a reflection of what you believe to be true about your health, your happiness, your wealth, and your bank account. Now, when you change what you believe to be true about that, it then changes as well. Because you see, your 3D is simply a mirror. It reflects what you have up here. So when you change what's in your mind, you change what's outside. You see how this works? Absolutely powerful. So the law of assumption is simple. It's simple, but it's not easy. Because if it was easy, everyone obviously would have succeeded. It's simple because all that is required from you is just to accept that you are the person who has your desires now. That's it. But people struggle to actually accept that it is already a done deal. And that's why my wife and I created the bliss method. Now, what is the bliss method? The bliss method is like 5 steps, to manifest your desires with fun and ease. Because remember, manifestation should be a process of fun, because you are God. You create your own realities, and gods have fun. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want because it should be a fun. It should not be a struggling, and a stressful and anxious, process. It should be freaking fun. Should have fun. So what is the bliss method? Let us discuss the first step. The first step of the bliss method is clarity and focus. So this is where you clarify the what, the why, and only focus on what you want. And step 2 is acceptance and embodiment. So this is where you become the desired version of yourself. And step 3 is release and let go. So this is where you let go of limiting beliefs and attachments as well. And step 4, my favorite, gratitude and love. So this is where you feel thankful for what you have right now. You feel thankful for what you have right now, and you feel grateful for already having your desires. And the last step is inspired action. So this is where you go within and you allow your state to lead. So now let us break down each step so that you can apply it in your life as well. So as I said, step 1, clarity and focus. So you have to ask yourself, and you have to be very honest with yourself and ask yourself, who are you being now? And how do you see and feel about yourself? Be very honest. And you have to ask yourself, is your current self-concept serving you? Really ask yourself these questions and answer it honestly. And then you then become clear in what you really want. You say, hey, so what is important in my life right now? What would I like to spend more time doing in my life? What kind of person would I like to be? And you really want to think about your goals and get specific. Now, there's a reason why you should become very clear and focus on your goal. The reason is this triggers your RAS, your reticular activation system. Now, this is the brain spam filter, which only filter in what you focus on. Yep. So this triggers the RAS. As I said, that the RAS is just like the brain spam filter, which only filter in what you focus on. So what do I mean by that? If you are focusing on lack right now, your brain will only filter in lack, and it filters out abundance. So you're not going to see any opportunities of abundance in your life. You will only experience lack. And similarly, if you focus on loneliness and complaining that you're single and that no one wants you, your brain is only going to filter in loneliness, and you're only going to experience loneliness. So love won't even be in sight. And likewise, if you focus on abundance, your brain will only filter in abundance, and you will only experience abundance. And with love as well. If you focus on love, your brain is only going to filter in love, and you're only going to experience love. So now I want to do a quick exercise with you guys. I want to do a quick exercise. Check this out. And I want you to really, really pay attention to the people wearing white t-shirts passing the ball. I really want you to pay attention, really pay attention to this, because this is very, very important.
The monkey business illusion. Count how many times the players wearing white pass the ball. The correct answer is 16 passes. Did you spot the gorilla? For people who haven't seen or heard about a video like this before, about half missed the gorilla. If you knew about the gorilla, you probably saw it. But did you notice the curtain changing color or the player on the black team leaving the game? Let's rewind and watch it again. Here comes the gorilla, and there goes a player, and the curtain is changing from red to gold. When you're looking for a gorilla, you often miss other unexpected events. And that's the monkey business illusion.
Have you guys seen that? Have you actually seen that? I'm actually curious to find out who actually saw the gorilla. Can you guys let me know? Let me know in the comments below if you missed the gorilla or if you saw the gorilla. Let me know in the comments below. I'm very, very curious. Let me know in the comments below. Now, why is this so important? Because the gorilla could have been your soulmate, but you so focus on being lonely, and so you haven't even seen your dream partner because you just complain and so focus on being lonely. The gorilla also could have been your dream home, but you focus on basically accepting that you may be the person who does not have your desire. So you're not even thinking or even entertaining the idea of actually moving into your dream home. And the gorilla could have been your dream car, but you don't even entertain the idea that, maybe, yeah, let's just see how this goes. You see, the reason why, as I said, that when you are focusing on your goal and you are clear in what it is you want, your brain now actually filters in only that, because your brain now tells you that, okay, Gabriel is now serious, he's focused on his goal, and we're only going to show him that. That's what happened to me. When I manifested my Range Rover, I only saw Range Rovers on the road. But the Range Rovers were always on the road. It's just when I started focusing on my goal, and all of a sudden my reticular activation system, my RAS, the brain's filter, just showed me Range Rovers. And the next thing you know, boom, my manifestation showed up, and now I'm a Range Rover owner. So it's very, 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 very important to be clear and to focus on your goal. So now, how do you apply step one? You have to be crystal clear in what you really, really want, what you want, not your partner, not your kids, not your pet. What do you want? Very, very clear. And you have to identify what is important in your life. And you have to become very focused on your goals. So now, what are the benefits of step one, clarity and focus? You now all of a sudden become confident. You now have direction in life, and now you have a flow in your life as well, because now you kind of know where you're going, which is so awesome. Now, step two, acceptance and embodiment. acceptance, and embodiment. So this is where you become the desired version of yourself. And you get really excited about your goals, right? So that's why your goals should be very, very big. You know, you don't want to have small goals, big goals, right? With me, the Range Rover was a big goal. You know, taking my telecoms business from $300K to $1 million was a big goal. Why? Because big goals excite you. Big goals keeps you up. Big goals, like, you know, you can't even sleep because you're excited. You're like, oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So you really have to ask yourself, who are you now as the person who has your desire? Who are you? Are you the dream car owner? Are you the dream home owner? Are you the dream partner? Who are you? And how do you see the world? How do you think, feel, and act? And what is your new self-talk and inner conversations? What are you telling yourself when you're washing dishes? What are you telling yourself when you're in the shower? What are you telling yourself when you're brushing your teeth? What are you telling yourself the last thing when you go to bed? What are you telling yourself the first thing when you wake up? What are your self-talk and your inner conversation? And you have to ask yourself, what is your new state? What is your new self-concept? What is your new identity? Right? You want to really focus on that. Get excited. Now, why is this so important, you may ask? Well, this will activate the amygdala in your brain. So the amygdala is a mental highlighter, which tells your brain what is important and keeps you super motivated. So now check this out. When you become clear and focus on your goal, right? It then sends a message to your RAS, your reticular activation system, which triggers your brain's, like I said, the brain's filter. Your RAS then sends a message to your amygdala. Your amygdala then weighs the information to see if it's good or bad, and then produces a hormone based on the information. And then you then act accordingly. So you either act in a fearful state, a stressful state, or you act in a grateful state and a content state. So based on, you know, what you are doing. So the beautiful thing is, when you're going to start being clear in your goal and you really focus on your goal, you're going to start feeling a certain way, because now your body is going to tell you that, oh, all of a sudden we have purpose. All of a sudden we've got a job to do. And now all those juices, you know, are flowing, those feel good, you know, juices that we call dopamine, you know, the happy hormone and stuff like that. So let us continue. Now, I want us to do a quick exercise, a quick exercise, right? So I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Just slowly breathe out. Just take another deep breath in and just slowly breathe out. And now I just want you to imagine that you have now manifested your desire. So whatever your desire is, dream home, dream car, dream partner, I just want you to choose one. And I just want you to imagine that you are now the person who has your desire. And I want you to notice, just notice how you feel. Notice how you think. Notice how you act. Now I want you to feel that feelings. You know, I want you to ask yourself, how will I feel if I have my desire now? I want you to get that feeling. Just feel how it feels. Now feel it throughout your entire body. I want you to times this by 100. Now times it by 1,000. Times it by 1,000,000. And I just want you to feel that feeling in your body. And as you're feeling in your body, I want you to smile. So keep a smile in your face. Smile. And I just want you to jump for joy, celebrate, just feel amazing. You are now the person who has your desires. And just keep a smile in your face. And now I just want you to open your eyes. How do you feel? How did that make you feel? Let me know. Share with me how that actually made you feel. See, the reason why you felt so freaking good is because why I just, shared with you guys. Because now you're clear in what it is you want. And what is now happening is your brain is now sending a message to your amygdala. Amygdala now produces a nice, happy, hormones. Now you actually feel, so good all of a sudden. Now you're motivated. And now you get, you're wanting to go. You're no longer just, it doesn't work. Now you're actually motivated, right? So how do you apply step 2? So it's a daily moment by moment conscious choice of reminding yourself that you are the person who has your desires. And number 2, you have to think, act, and feel as your new self-concept and identity. You're not supposed to contradict yourself or to waver. So if you accept that you are the person who has your desire now, you can't tomorrow now act as though you don't have desire. So for example, if you want marriage, you can't act like a single person tomorrow. If you want your dream car, you can't act like a person that's still driving an old car. If you want your dream home, you can't act like a person that still stays in, your undesirable home. You have to think, feel, and act as the new person, and you have to remain faithful to that desire. And you have to get very excited about your goals, and see it in your mind. And so what are the benefits about step 2? While you're now motivated, you're excited, and you're fulfilled as well. So you're no longer living in lack. You're like living in fulfillment, excitement, joy, right? So step 3, release and let go. So release and let go, this is where you let go of limiting beliefs and attachments, right? So you have to ask yourself, okay, and be honest, do you feel stuck? Do you feel stuck at the moment? And you have to ask yourself, what do you feel when you think about your goal? Just what do you feel when you think about your goal? Do you feel a light feeling, or do you feel a heavy feeling? Do you feel a little bit anxious? Do you feel scared? What do you feel when you think about your goal? Are you experiencing undesirable patterns in your life? Do you experience money coming in, money coming out? Are you experiencing always manifesting the same undesirable partners? You have to ask yourself, do you feel worthy and deserving of your desires? And when you identify the limiting beliefs and the mental blockages, you can release them and let them go because they're no longer serving you. So now, why is this so important? Because your brain releases hormones that keep you stuck in stress and anxiety if you allow it, by you not releasing it. So if you do not release these undesirable, stressful, limiting beliefs, attachments, mental and emotional blocks, if you do not release that, your brain is going to release hormones that keeps you stuck in stress and in anxiety. And that's where I've been as well. I've been there as well. And when I released all the BS that no longer served me, I felt so much lighter. I felt so much freer. All of a sudden, I have so much energy to do so much more now because I release all the BS, right? So until you release limiting beliefs or attachments, the focus is on the undesirable. And what then happens is your RAS gets triggered, and it only filters in stress and lack. And your RAS then sends a message to your amygdala. Your amygdala now judges it as bad, and your amygdala releases cortisol, which is a stress hormone, right? And now you're acting in a stressful way, and you're acting, anxious as well. So what this means is you cannot create or manifest consciously because you're now in survival mode, because all you're thinking about is stress, and all you're feeling is stress. And when you're in stress and you're in survival mode, when you're in survival mode, you cannot consciously manifest. You are still manifesting, but not consciously. You see why is it important to release? So now I want to do a quick exercise with you guys. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And just slowly breathe out. Okay, just take another deep breath in. And just slowly breathe out. Okay, so now I just want you to focus on your goal and notice what comes up. Just bring your goal to your mind. Bring your goal to your imagination. Notice what comes up. I just want you to notice, do you feel any resistance? Just notice what comes up. And now, just focus on your goal and repeat after me. You can repeat silently in your mind. Do I have any emotion holding me back from achieving my goal? And just notice what comes up. Repeat after me. Are there any fears or limitations I'm holding on to, such as fear of failure or even fear of success? Just notice what comes up without judging yourself, being hard on yourself. Just notice what comes up, what you feel, what you see. And focus on your goal and repeat after me. Am I feeling worthy of my desire? Just repeat after me. Am I feeling worthy of my desire? And lastly, repeat after me. Do I have any limiting beliefs or attachments? And notice what comes up. Notice how you feel. And without judging yourself, just notice what you feel and what comes up. Okay, you can open your eyes. Open your eyes now. So now how to release and to let go of, as I said, you may have limiting beliefs, you may have attachments, you may have mental, emotional blockage, or you may not, right? So I'm going to now share with you, how do you actually release it? Because if it's not freaking, helping you and it's not serving you, then just release it. So first of all, number one, you become aware of your limiting beliefs and your attachments to your desires, and do not suppress it, because I used to suppress it, man. And it took me years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And so you don't want to be like me. Do not suppress it. And then you just let it go. Let it go, because if it's not going to serve you, then let it go. Now, what are the benefits of releasing? Lower stress levels. You now become lighter. You're free. And you now detach from wanting a specific outcome, or you detach from wanting itself, because remember, wanting equals lack. If you want something, you're telling yourself that you do not have it. Remember, you have to accept that you are the person who already has it. So now if you have an attachment such as, no, I want it, I want it to come on such a day, I want it to come next week, I want it, I want this, I want. That's an attachment. You have to let it go, because want equals lack. When you want, you're telling yourself you do not have it. So you just have to release that. So the benefits of that is, you detach from want. You're now living in fulfillment. You're now grateful because it's already a done deal. All right. So now step 4, gratitude and love, my favorite. So this is where you feel thankful for what you have now and grateful for already having your desires. So you have to ask yourself, are you actually grateful for what you currently have? Are you grateful for your clothes? Are you grateful for your laptop? Are you grateful for the Wi-Fi? Are you grateful for the water, for the food? Ask yourself, really, are you thankful for your life's blessings? And do you love and accept yourself for who you are right now? Are you focusing on what you want, or are you focusing on what you do not want? So are you grateful for already having your desires and your goals? So gratitude is definitely my favorite. I love it. I even tattooed thank you right there to remind me every day. Thank you. Just to remind me that to be grateful for this existence, to be grateful for my body, to be grateful for my clothes, for the roof over my head, and just for what's around me. And gratitude makes you smile, man. It makes you feel good. Because I used to struggle with, anxiety, and stress and all this stuff. And I remember I didn't want to actually get onto freaking medication. And I Googled, I'm like, how to cure anxiety, naturally. How do I do that? How do I cure it naturally? And then I found out that this person actually suggested doing like a gratitude journal. And I did that. Within 2 weeks, I felt so much better. And I felt so much better. I didn't understand until now. Now I actually understand why I felt better. Check this out. Why is it so important to be grateful for what you have and for expressing your gratitude for already having your desires? Why is it so important? Check this out. Your brain restores your happiness and well-being levels through dopamine and puts you in the right mindset to manifest. So now check this out. When you are grateful, right? When you focus on gratitude or on love, it then sends a message it triggers your RAS, and your RAS, which is your reticular activation system, filters in only gratitude or love. It only filters in gratitude, right? And then what happens is your RAS sends a message to your amygdala. Your amygdala then judges it as good, and it releases dopamine, the happy hormone, right? And now you are feeling happy, you are acting happy, and when you feel and act happy, you are now in a state of creation. So now you can now create and manifest consciously because you're now in creation mode and you're no longer in survival mode because you're now grateful, you're focusing on what you want. And as I said, man, I never used to smile so much, but it's because of gratitude. Now I understand when I'm grateful, my brain actually produces hormones that makes me feel good. So that's why I just want to take action. I just want to smile, and I just want to enjoy this thing we call life, right? You see how important this is. So now I want us to do a quick exercise. I just want you to close your eyes, and I want you to express your gratitude for 3 things that happened in the last 24 hours. Just for 3 things that happened in the past 24 hours. It could be, having a conversation with a family member or colleague. It could be a meal that you ate. It could be anything. Just express your gratitude for 3 things in the last 24 hours. And as you're expressing your gratitude, I want you to imagine like a window opening on your heart center, on your chest area. And then I want you to imagine there's like a bright light beaming out of your chest area towards these things that you actually expressing your gratitude to. So if you're grateful for your family, I just want you to beam them with love and feel the gratitude in your heart center. If you're grateful for the food that you had, I want you to beam that love towards the food. If you're grateful for money, I just want you to beam love towards that money and feel it in your heart. And as you're expressing your gratitude, I want you to smile. Just smile. Keep a smile on your face. And as you're smiling, I want you to hug yourself. Even though it feels silly, just do it. Just hug yourself. I want you to hug yourself. And now I want you to feel the love that you have for yourself. Feel it in your heart. Just feel that love. Now I want you to imagine there's a light that's now emanating in your heart. And now I want you to illuminate that light and just illuminate your entire body. Notice how bright your body is now, filled with that love. And as you're hugging yourself, I want you to illuminate the room that you're at, the room that you're in at the moment, the house, the flat, whatever property you're in. And now I want you to actually illuminate the entire planet. Just notice how bright the planet is now because of your love. Because you are the light of the world. And as you sing how bright the planet is, just feel that love in your heart. Feel that love. Hug yourself. And I want you to kiss yourself. Just kiss your hands. Even though it feels silly, just kiss your hands with a big smile on your face. Just kiss your hands. And I just want you to repeat after me. I love myself. I accept myself. I forgive myself. I'm so grateful to myself. And I just want you to hug yourself and just tell yourself how much you appreciate yourself. Just tell yourself how much you love yourself. Tell yourself how much you're so proud of yourself. And keep that smile on your face. Keep that smile on your face. And now open your eyes. Okay, how was that? Share with me how that experience was. I want you to share with me how you feel right now, and share with me how that experience was. So now, how do you apply step 4? You express your gratitude every single day for what you have, for your cap, your t-shirt, your watch, everything that's around you. Express your gratitude, and you express your gratitude for already having your desires. Remember, you're not living in want, you're living in have. You already have it. You are abundant now. It's a done deal now, because your imagination is the only true reality. And you express your gratitude every day and make it a habit. And you develop an attitude of gratitude. And you know what's going to happen when you do this? You're going to smile more. And when you smile more, you feel good. And when you feel good, you're in a state of creation. And in a state of creation, you're a master manifester, right? Well, that's basically the benefits. How it actually benefits you, your self-worth. It just boosts your self-esteem. It reduces your stress levels, and it just it improves your overall well-being, and it makes you sleep better, and you now become a conscious manifester, a master manifester, and the sleeping better. So Kylie used to struggle with sleep when I met her, right? She always had to use white noise machines because she couldn't sleep. And I told her that, hey, have you tried gratitude? And she's like, no. I said, listen, all you do is before you go to bed, just express your gratitude only for 5 to 10 things for what happened throughout the day, and express your gratitude. She said, yeah, sure. So she did that for a week, and she started actually noticing a difference in her sleeping pattern. And I remember, because I always used to call her in the evenings when we have our talks, and then we'd actually do our gratitude together. We're like, yeah, and I'm grateful for this, grateful for that, grateful for that, grateful for that. Next thing you know, Carly is now sleeping like a freaking baby. And she, sometimes I'll forget to do gratitude, and then she reminds me, she's like, hey, baby, we need to do gratitude. So gratitude is so, so, so powerful. And when you're grateful, you are abundant. When you're grateful, you're prosperous. When you're grateful, you're rich. You're no different from the millionaire out there, because the millionaire is also grateful, and you're also grateful because you are now telling yourself that you have, and you're telling yourself and you're focusing on what you have instead of what you do not have. So that's how gratitude is so powerful. Now, step 5, this is the last step, inspired action. So this is where you go within and allow your new state to lead you, right? So you have to ask yourself right now, are you procrastinating? Are you unmotivated? Do you just you're just lazy? Ask yourself right there. And are you experiencing the flow state in your life? Do you feel inspired daily? Are you being guided by the state of the wish fulfilled on a daily basis? Ask yourself all these questions, because this is where inspired action comes in. Now, why is it so important to actually take inspired action? Even though it may seem a little bit scary, why is it so important? Because taking action reinforces neural pathways, which creates new habits, allowing you to manifest quicker. So when you take action right now, you are now creating new neural pathways, which creates new habits, and that will allow you to manifest quicker. So if you're just going to sit and wait until Jesus comes back and say, oh yeah, I don't have to lift a finger, I don't have to lift a finger. Well, when you read all Neville Goddard's success stories, you always took inspired action. You always took inspired action. It's very important. Now, the science behind it, check this out. So you have to first ask yourself right now, which state are you in right now? Are you in a stressful state? Are you in survival mode? Or are you in a calm, content, or are you in creation mode? So ask yourself honestly, which state are you in right now? And so if you are in an undesirable state at the moment, such as stress, anxiety, worry, you're doing all this work, you're doing all these tools, these methods, you're sleeping with all these affirmations, you're doing scripting, you're doing affirmations, you're doing all the tools, methods, and It still doesn't work for you. The reason why it's not working for you is because you are using these tools from a place of not having your desire. You are using all these tools and methods and techniques from a place of lack. That's why you're stressed. That's why you're anxious. That's why you worry. But now check this out. When you take action, that is now your gateway or your to transformation, because this is how it works. When you take action, it reinforces neuroplasticity. Now, neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to rewire itself. So when you take action, your brain is going to rewire itself from your old state to your new state. And that's where the shift happens. So the shift happens when you take action. Just check it out. So now you're now in your desirable state, which is now calm, you're happy, you're motivated, and you now have that winning attitude as well. Just by you actually taking action. And you take action through inner action by actually going in your imagination and just basically you visualize and acting how it will be now that you are in your dream home. You cook in your dream home, you have your meals in your dream home, you make love in your dream home. You're like, when you do that, your brain does not know the difference whether it's real or not. So that's when you visualize, you are creating new circuitry in your brain. And that's you basically creating this new 2.0 version of yourself, right? And that's where the shift happens. So now I want to do a quick exercise with you guys. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. And I just want you to take a deep breath in and just slowly breathe out. And now I just want you to accept and repeat after me. I accept that I am the person who has my desire now. And just see yourself as the person who now has your desires. And now repeat after me. What inspired action can I take now? Okay, notice what comes up. Whatever comes up, do that. So you can open your eyes now. So whatever came up, you have to do that. Sometimes it may feel scary, but you do that anyway, because that's you now actually living in the flow state. You're now basically living through inspired action every day, right? Because you're no longer living from the person who does not have your desire. You're now living from the person who has your desire. So how do you apply inspired action? You seek inspiration from within. You allow the new state to lead you and you take action. You do not procrastinate, even though how scary it is, you take action. When I manifested my beautiful wifey, Kylie, I remember I was at home watching Netflix and it was on a Tuesday. And so there's this awesome restaurant in Cape Town. They play jazz on a Tuesday and they also play deep house music as well. But I didn't want to go because my friend is a DJ there and he didn't play that week. He was only going to play the following week. But something said, no, Gabriel, go. No, Gabriel, go. No, Gabriel. I'm like, why? Why am I supposed to go? I'm like, and then eventually I said, okay, you know what? Let me go. So I ended up going to this restaurant, listening to jazz, and then boom, I bumped into my beautiful wifey, Kylie. And the next thing you know, we're now blissfully married. So that was me actually getting inspired action to go, even though I felt like I didn't want it to go. But I did because my state led me to go and I went. Even with my freaking Range Rover as well, I was in Joburg and I was driving past the Range Rover dealer and then something told me, no, go, go, go. When I went there, next thing you know, boom, sorted out everything. Zoop, I got my Range Rover. I wasn't even planning to go to the Range Rover dealer. I just drove past and then something said, hey, go back. And I went. That's inspired action, right? So what are the benefits of inspired action? Is you create new empowering habits, right? And You're now living a purposeful life and you feel inspired. Now your life is actually filled with meaning. It's no longer meaningless because now you're in the flow. Isn't it wonderful? So now let us quickly recap the bliss method, the 5 steps. And these 5 steps you can actually use on a daily basis to manifest any desires. Now check this out. Step 1, clarity and focus. You've now sharpened your goals with laser accuracy and focus. And step 2, acceptance and embodiment. You've shifted your mindset towards positive, empowering thinking and being the person who has your desires now. And step 3, you've let go of emotional baggage and limiting beliefs that held you back. And step 4, gratitude and love. You've learned to show gratitude for what you basically want and what you have achieved so far. Isn't it beautiful? And the last step, inspired action. You are now ready to take decisive, inspired, and powerful actions from within to manifest your goals into reality. So that is the bliss method. 5 steps to manifest any desire with fun and ease. You see how much fun this is, right? So now it's up to you to implement it. It's entirely up to you to implement it. So you have to ask yourself, right? What if you had a coach or mentor from day one of your manifestation? What if you had a coach the moment you actually learned about the law of attraction or the law of assumption? Would you not think that that would have made your journey so much easier, so much fun? Just imagine if you had a coach or mentor or a friend that told you exactly, do this and do not do this. That told you exactly what to do and how to do it. How would your life actually be different right now? So, I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful if you had a coach or mentor that could tell you exactly what to do and how to do it as well? You know, and what if you manifested the love of your life? What if you manifested your financial goals, your dream cars, your dream home, your dream partner? What if you manifested perfect health, happiness, and business success? And what if you knew how to embrace your inner power as the God of your reality and no longer wavering and contradicting yourself? But what if you embrace your inner power and say, hey, I know that my imagination is God, and you accept it boldly? What if you gain crystal clear focus on what you truly want? What if you could overcome and release all your fears, your doubts, and limiting beliefs, especially for the people that felt when you were thinking about your goal, if you felt resistance, if you felt fear, if you felt limiting beliefs? What if you lived your life without fears, without doubts, without limiting beliefs? And what if you knew how to feel 100% worthy and deserving of your desires? You know, what if you accepted that you are the person who has your desires now? And what if you live from a place of love and gratitude every single day? So, well, what if you had unlimited support, daily accountability, a safe space in which to express yourself, clear guidance from a place of experience, and have fun as well? And have fun. I love the fun, aspect of this. So now, if you are ready to say, okay, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I am ready to take my manifestation game to the next level. I am ready to manifest my dream desires, not just a rainbow and unexpected income, but I am actually ready to transform my life or my business now. If you are ready and you say, hey, okay, let's do this. We can help you. We can help. We would love to actually hold your hand and to help you. So this is what we offer. This is our coaching packages. We offer 5-week one-on-one private coaching where we will coach you. We will tell you exactly what to do and how to do it. where we will help you to implement the 5 steps on a daily basis. Now, the cool thing about this is you will receive daily accountability coaching from us. So you're going to hear from us daily. We're going to hear from you daily by checking in, and we're going to hold you accountable to ensure that you apply the 5 steps every day for ultimate success. Just imagine if you had someone like Abdullah, like we're going to be your Abdullah, and we're going to remind you that you are in Barbados every day, every single day for 5 weeks. Can you imagine doing and applying this for 5 weeks? You won't even recognize yourself after the 5 weeks. Why? Because you'll be implementing this. You're no longer going to play games. You're not going to procrastinate. You're not going to, I'll get over this. No excuses, because we will be keeping you accountable, and we're going to hold a safe space for you as well. We're going to provide you with unlimited support, and we're only going to see you in your ideal, and we're going to celebrate your daily wins with you. So 5-week coaching, one-on-one, $2,500. Now, we also have a payment plan as well. So you can, if you can't pay the full 2.5, we provide you with a payment plan where you can make 2 payments of 1.3. And we also provide you with 1 hour single session. So if you can't afford the 2,500 and you just want a 60-minute session, a 1 hour session, it's $250. And we also have a lot of, different courses, email coaching ranging from $10 all the way to $99 as well, right? So so you can work with us either 5 weeks, one-on-one private daily accountability, which is absolutely transformational, $2,500, or 1 hour sessions, that's single sessions for $250. Or you could also check out our courses, our email coaching as well, ranging from $10 all the way to $99 as well. So there you have it. If you're still unsure on which package to take, you can actually book a free discovery call with us, and we can answer any questions. So you can go to Yes to Endless Bliss, or just click on the link below, and you can book a free discovery call, and we're happy to answer any questions. If you say, you know what, Gabriel, I'm not too sure about this and that, we're happy to answer any questions for you. Not a problem. Obviously related to, the coaching, right? So we're so excited to work with you. So excited. Why? Because you are actually going to work with people that have experience. I have experience in business success. I have experience in manifesting my wife. I have experience in manifesting my dream apartment. I have experience in manifesting my dream car. So you're going to have experience with someone that is living this life, that is not just stalking and making videos. No, I'm excited to actually share all my expertise, and most importantly, to keep you accountable and to celebrate your success with you as well. So now why? Why do I actually do this? Because I spent just under $100,000 in coaching and mentoring. And I'm happy I did that, because it made me the person I am right now. So, but with all the coaching and mentoring that I did, there was no accountability. There was no accountability. So I would meet my coach maybe once a week. And then after that, I just basically have to do everything on my own. And then we'd meet once a week again. There was no accountability. So now, if I had accountability, I would have manifested my desires much quicker. Because why? When I did all these courses, all this coaching, I would always procrastinate and I'll do it. And next thing you know, I don't do it. But now with the daily accountability that we're offering you, we ensure that you actually do the work. So we remind you to do the work. We champion you. We celebrate with you daily. Just imagine it's like you going to gym with a personal trainer. And when you gym with a personal trainer, you make gains and strides so much quicker. So think about that as well. We're going to work with you on a daily basis. You're going to hear from us on a daily basis, which is so freaking awesome, right? So that's the reason why, as far as I'm concerned, the daily accountability is priceless. You can't put a price tag on that, because if you go through anything at any given time, you just pick up your phone, you send us a voice note, you say, hey, Gabriel, hey, Kylie, I'm going through this. Could you please advise? And then we respond, we say, hey, do this, that, and the other, right? That's how freaking awesome it is. And it's so much fun. And we help you to apply the 5-step on a daily basis in a simple, easy way. So we're combining spiritual and science. So we're not, because I'm very spiritual, I was brought up religious, but Kylie is very analytical. So she needs to understand why this works. So now you're going to have me, the spirit guy, and Kylie, the science guy, coming together. And we're basically combining spirit and science into a holistic experience in which you can manifest your goals and desires, right? So now you can understand how manifestation actually works. So when you do any step, you're like, oh, I understand. This is why I have to do it. This is what happens. That's how it's actually affecting me, and etc., etc. It's not just about the woo stuff, like the spooky stuff. No. Now you have an understanding why you do what you're doing. So what we're offering is one-on-one private coaching. We offer single 1-hour sessions as well. There's an online community with like-minded people, and you'll have an online curriculum, the Bliss method, which you will have access to for lifetime. And so basically, when does this start? Right now. So if you click on the link below, you can make the payment, and you'll actually have access to the Bliss method, and you'll have access to us immediately right now. And all meetings, will be recorded when we have our one-on-one sessions like this. There's lifetime access to the Bliss method, as well. And you'll have daily accountability coaching from us as well. So every day on a single basis, if you have any questions, if you need any help, with, releasing, all these stuff, as I said that, since we were babies, we've been programmed with limiting beliefs, attachments, things that no longer serve us. So that's where we'll be doing a lot of work to ensure that we release all the BS that's no longer serving you. And as I said that, we have payment plans, or you can pay, in full as well. And so if not, why? Like, if not now, why not? So if not, you have to ask yourself, if not, why not? Now is the new later. So if you are tired of being sick and tired, then this is definitely for you. If you really want to actually transform your life or your business, then this is for you. If you're ready to say that, hey, I actually want that one-on-one assistance, I want that accountability, I want, expert advice. I want people that actually have walked the path to actually show me, then this is for you. So if not, why not? Now is the new later. We really, if this is especially speaking to you, we can't wait to work with you. We're so excited, and you're going to love it. And most importantly, you're going to have so much fun. You're going to have so much fun, man. It's so, because manifestation is such an awesome process, especially when you accept that you are the God of your reality. So having said that, thank you so much for joining the workshop today. Let me know if this gave you some value. Do let me know what you've learned. Do let me know if you have any questions. And as I said, we can't wait to work with you. You can work with us through many different ways that I shared with you guys as well. And we appreciate you so much. And we want to say congratulations, Master Manifester. And as always, keep smiling and enjoy your blissful day. Cheers. Bye-bye.
I'm extremely wealthy now. I'm extremely wealthy now, and so successful, and so successful. Enjoying endless bliss now, enjoying endless bliss now, now and always, now and always.